Have you ever wanted something really bad, but you weren't sure if you could get it? Maybe you wanted one of your needs met and you weren't sure if you were to ask for it, if you would receive it. Maybe you went off to go after something, go out on a quest for greatness. And those questions started to come up about, what if I don't make it? What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? We try to make failure this big looming thing that we want to avoid so badly. And we do it so badly that it can hold us back from wanting to make the attempt towards our greatness, towards the thing that we want, asking for our needs to be met. And because we overglorify this failure, we try to actually do everything we can to avoid it. We prepare ourselves so much for failure that we don't spend a lot of time preparing ourselves for success. I've seen this a lot with my clients. Oftentimes they come to me with all the solutions for how they're going to avoid failure. But when I ask them, well, what are you going to do when you succeed? They don't have a plan. That's because deep down, so many of us feel like we may not actually succeed. We may fail. This word failure is such a detrimental word to our way of being. And I'd like to invite you to think of failure as something different. Failure is not an experience. It's not something that is a thing. You are not a failure. Failure is an emotion. It's something that you feel is happening. But if you're going to continue to go after what you want, if you're going to continue to ask to have your needs met, then are you really failing? I learned this a long time ago, that failure isn't the failure that we've been taught or been told to understand. The idea of failure doesn't really exist unless we choose to give up. So if failure doesn't exist, then what does? Well, I've learned that instead of seeing things as failure, which is a very binary way to look at life, we either succeed or we fail. Well, on the journey towards success, there's feedback. Feedback in terms of what you're doing well and what you need to work on. Feedback lets you know if you're still on the right path or if you need to make some course corrections. Feedback lets you know how close you are to success. Feedback lets you know what you need to do the next time to make that experience even better. And if you're committed, like the way that I feel like you may be, and you keep trying and you keep working on it, you keep taking that feedback, going back and making it better, improving, committing yourself to being better each and every time, then success just becomes an inevitability. There is no failure. See, when you're playing a game, you don't think about failure. If you make a mistake or you screw things up, you don't think of it as, man, I suck, I failed. You actually internalize this feedback, and because it's a game, you're going to get another chance to play. And this time, you now know what to do. This time, you're going to be able to win. That's what feedback does. And the only time you fail is when you stop playing the game. Inside the game of life, you get a chance to receive all of the feedback that's possible for you to win the game of life. There is no failure. It's just feedback that will guide you directly on the path to where you know you want to go, to ask for what it is that you need to have your needs met, to actually take that leap of faith that says, I'm not going to stop until I get there. And I'm going to take all the feedback I get along the way until I get to that place of success. So whatever it is that you are looking for, whether it's permission from yourself, maybe from others, that thing that you want to get, that need that you feel like you need to have met, I challenge you to allow the things that happen along the way to be feedback that will provide the answers and maybe even the solution to being successful, getting what you want, having those needs met, and winning the game of life so you can spend more time having fun. I hope you found that video fun and useful. And if you want to get that free presentation on how to make life a game that you can win and have fun playing, click the link below. And if you want to watch another video that's fun and useful, click the link right over here. Go ahead, it's right there. Click it. I'll see you there.